Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Salute to LTTV in the building, man.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Salute to LTTV in the building, man.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
LT cooking your ass.
Can we talk about corpuscular rays for a second?
If y'all want to keep up with the news and just shit be going on, subscribe to LTTV. That nigga know everything about everything. I ain't gonna lie.
Would he explore more cultural and racial tensions from his unique perspective? No. No, he won't do that. What he will do is rag on his wife for 78 minutes while relentlessly mocking queer people. I should have known from the title.
You know, I did not know, fellas, when your girl has an emotion, she expresses it. What the hell is even that?
I genuinely don't understand how you could write material like this without wanting to shoot yourself in the head. What quickly becomes obvious is, holy shit, Singh doesn't like his wife. I mean, he doesn't like her at all. We continually hear how Singh feels suffocated by his partner. It even slips into a bit of crowd work about arranged marriages.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And believe me, I know I'm speaking from experience because I was super sheltered in high school, didn't really date, was a late bloomer. So when I got to high school, I was like, when I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season. And like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social. And literally like the first guy I met on the first day I moved in, I ended up dating him on and off for a year.
Oh my God!
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. Okay, so we have a two-part special for y'all. We have a breakdown of Akaash's special that he dropped last year. It was called Gaslit. The irony of the title of his comedy special, it's called Gaslit. It dropped a year ago. He spends majority of the special pretty much going in on his wife, making jokes, like lighthearted jokes, I guess, but the focus is his wife, and we're gonna listen to a review of that comedy special as well as a deleted video. Folks have been scrubbing all her social media or not scrubbing, they've been looking through all her social media before she scrubs it, because they have been noticing a lot of videos being deleted. This is one of them. A YouTuber uploaded this. I got this video immediately, and she deleted the video. So let's get into why she deleted the video, what's going on with Akaash's life, because he's been getting cooked, he's been getting destroyed, his career has been going completely downhill since his wife started speaking out. But this kind of shits on the face of the lie that he tried to promote, the whole she was a virgin, he was a virgin, they got together. But all the videos that she's been putting out, speaking about fantasizing about other peen, speaking about the popping her pussy in college at white boy frat houses, talking about the various men she's dated, it's starting to look like he'd been hoodwinked, finessed, and, you know, just led astray. But let's get into this.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And believe me, I know I'm speaking from experience because I was super sheltered in high school, didn't really date, was a late bloomer. So when I got to high school, I was like, when I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season, and like all these guys are like starting to give me attention, and like everyone's being so social. And literally, like the first guy I met on the first day I moved in, I ended up dating him on and off for a year. Why? You don't have to settle for someone's crusty, dusty son. Like, settle in, get your friend group going, see like where you kind of vibe, and then maybe like wait for the third guy or like, the fifth guy that gives you attention, and then like maybe you can like go for that. Because I think like especially brown girls who grow up really sheltered, it's just like so fun to be in this new environment, to be without your parents, to be like living in dorms and like co-ed situations, and I get the excitement, but don't settle. Like, learn more about yourself before you kind of just like lock yourself down in a situation with a relationship that like probably like won't last that long anyways, because it's usually just like puppy love and, you know, all that stuff. But I'm saying that with the best of intentions. It's gonna be like so much fun. I feel like I had so many fun memories in college, so yeah.
Weedy kid who became friends with the bully Akaash.
Now we see why, through all the backlash that they're receiving, why she chose to delete that video, because it just adds on to everything we've already witnessed. Now let's get into this video of Akaash using his comedy special to expose his wife. This is bad, man.
Singh slaps us round the face with his second stand-up special, Gaslit. This comes off the back of his 2022 20-minute barely a special, Bring Back Apu. You might be familiar with Singh as the co-host of the cringy and obnoxious Flagrant podcast with King Andrew Schultz. Here's Singh wearing a white hat. Think about that. Think about how cool he thinks he looks. Going into Gaslit, there was reason to be hopeful. The central routine of Apu, that the former Simpsons character was actually a positive portrayal of Asian stereotypes, was an interesting one. Would he explore more cultural and racial tensions from his unique perspective? No. No, he won't do that. What he will do is rag on his wife for 78 minutes while relentlessly mocking queer people. I should have known from the title. I should have known from the Flame Effect title! The show's opening is actually awesome. Dance troupe UTD Lash takes to the stage with a fusion of Bollywood and hip-hop. It promises a cross-cultural collision, traditional and contemporary colliding in bold and exciting ways. Then Singh comes on. He's wearing an oversized embroidered black jacket with these baggy pale cargo pants, the definition of a 40-year-old pretending to be 25. The set is trying to ooze rap concerts. What it actually oozes is a bunch of stools stuck to the walls. I found Singh's voice grating from the get-go. His delivery is bombastic. Nearly every punchline is yelled in a nasal squawk.
My wife and I also are trying to have a baby. She doesn't know that yet, but I'm working on it.
What the hell was that?
That was a joke, bruh?
Singh is best doing crowd work, but like Schultz is less interested in getting to know people than boiling them down into the three main color groups of white, black, and brown. He does figure out a guy worked in hotels and has the last name Patel with psychic precision. It's a great party trick, but even these interactions are mired with this posturing obnoxiousness. Within the set are all the hallmarks of the self-described bad boy, punching down on marginalized groups, terrible puns, shock jock humor, and a shoehorned dance around the word retarded.
What can you learn from a bee? You know what I learned? You couldn't be any dumber. That's what I learned. Feels like I'm raising a real beatard, actually.
Singh's bad boy pretensions are coupled with premises so old and hacky they could have been delivered by Fred Flintstone. For the opening 30 minutes, Singh lays out the hilarious differences between men and women.
You know, I did not know, fellas, when your girl has an emotion, she expresses it. What the hell is even that?
I genuinely don't understand how you could write material like this without wanting to shoot yourself in the head. Guys, women, they have like these feelings, which is like crazy because us guys, we don't have any feelings. Man, women are so gay. What quickly becomes obvious is, holy shit, Singh doesn't like his wife. I mean, he doesn't like her at all. We continually hear how Singh feels
Mind you, this breakdown was from over a year ago. This special is currently on YouTube. It's over a year ago. I don't know how old the special is, but the breakdown is over a year ago. So YouTube's algorithm just finds a way of just putting these videos out in the forefront a year after because this is bad for him.
suffocated by his partner. It even slips into a bit of crowd work about arranged marriages.
How do you marry someone before you get to know them? How do you marry somebody after?
He constantly reassures us that their relationship is healthy, but it sounds like desperate overcompensating. He sets up one joke.
Y'all, can we get the likes up, chat? Can we hit that like button?
Saying that the fellas shouldn't care about most of the things their wives nag them about. Fellas. The fellas. Which he follows up by saying,
And it's not for the record because women are illogical or hysterical or any hacky shit like that. The fact is, women are just more emotionally evolved than men.
emotion.
Bro, you've dated one woman, married her, going through hell, lost all your respect, getting cooked on the internet. Sir, we don't want to hear from you at all when it comes to women. Like, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. We don't want to hear nothing. Like,
Evolved. Right. You can see why Singh needs to say this to avoid looking like an outright sexist. Yet at no point in the next 10 minutes does Singh demonstrate his wife's emotional superiority.
Oh, I love you so much. I can't. I'm so excited to spend the rest of my life with you. We never spend any time together!
In fact, Singh goes out of his way to show how he has the emotional maturity.
I take your emotions very seriously, but the way you are expressing them, I understand that's just the best way you know how in this moment, and underneath that, I still see the pure, precious person that I married.
Matt Rife does this throughout Natural Selection, where he prefaces jokes by saying how deep and in touch with his feelings he is.
And it just so happened the guy Lenny
In the room right next to her remembered everything. This guy was the coolest person I had ever met. He was 97 years old, and he had the coolest life I had ever heard. He would tell me story after story after story for hours and hours on end. They were captivating stories. It was a very full life. He fought in 3 wars in his lifetime.
climbed 5 mountains. He
We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
yo, shout out to this guy and his channel for this review, but this guy has never seen toothpaste in his life, bruh. Holy.
I mean, there might as well be a sign above his head saying, "Not like the other boys." But what happens when it's time to turn this depth into a joke?
he told me he fucked Rosa Parks. I know, in the front of the bus.
The punchline is an immature flash of nothing that doesn't mean anything or make any sense. As Miles Klee says, there are no stakes, no commentary, no bite. Parks is a throwaway reference, flashing into the story like a cutaway gag in Family Guy, to let Rife nod toward racism and segregation without engaging in these fraught subjects. It doesn't take a genius to figure out. The reason Rife tells us how deep he is in the setup is because that depth is nowhere to be found in the punchline. Singh is doing the same thing. He says women are more emotionally evolved than men to cover his back, then proceeds to use that as an excuse to just rag on his wife. It comes across as clueless and incredibly stupid. Another theme that quickly rears its head is how insecure Singh is about his sexuality. When Singh gets into an argument with his wife insinuates that him expressing his feelings is gay. It's an interesting snapshot into their relationship. Singh is clearly terrified of being seen as feminine, emotional, or anything that doesn't fit with his narrow framework of masculinity. What's worse is how Singh's wife exploits this during arguments.
That hurt my feelings. And she goes, okay.
If Singh was aware of any of this, he'd have an interesting basis for a joke. I should also add, some of these feelings may be cultural. Singh was born in Texas to South Asian parents. He could explore the pressures to be masculine and unemotional in a way that is unique to him. But instead, he speaks in the broadest generalizations. It's such a wasted opportunity. Hey, my bros, my bros, my bros. Doesn't it suck when you try to express your feelings to your wife and she makes fun of you, exploiting a fundamental insecurity about your idea of masculinity, making you feel gay? Man, I love my wife. It's actually quite sad. By generalizing these as things all couples go through, he's normalizing toxic behavior. This isn't the difference between men and women, it's just two insecure people that don't know how to communicate.
And that's the funny part. And the problem with Akaash is he likes to push back and he uses his crowd. He tries to do what Andrew Schultz does. Pretty much looks at the crowd, picks apart a relationship, makes fun of it, debates folks on the podcast, even had the gumption to try to wave his finger at Fresh and Fit and them. And it's like, my nigga, Fresh and Fit, they're dusting it up. Of course, the red pill rhetoric is trash. It ain't. Look. The funniest thing about Myron when he's cooking Akaash is like, bro, your relationship just went south, like, what, a month ago? And you were getting cooked, like, a month or two ago for your shit? It's like everybody forgets their shit. It's like, yeah, the red pill superior. It's like, bro, you forget what the fuck was going on with you, my nigga? It's like, goddamn. But Akaash likes to debate folks like he has any type of insight, like he knows anything. You're in a toxic relationship. It was the first relationship you've ever been in. You lost your virginity to this woman. You were 31 years old. In the first year of your relationship, you were in therapy. My nigga, I don't know who the fuck you're advising or debating about anything. You were in therapy in the first year of your relationship. Therapy, bro. I said this last episode, but I just really have to highlight and lament this point. Who in the fuck is in therapy in the first year of their relationship and then decides, oh, we're gonna last this out, go 8 years, marry her, devastation from the start, disrespect from the start. She thought that disrespect was supposed to roll over to your friends, Andrew Schultz and them were like, nah, we ain't dealing with that, bro. You gotta check your woman. And then they used every excuse possible to call her a bitch because they weren't taking the same shit and the trampling that you were taking. This is an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment.
Record, anyone whose mood is doing this isn't healthy, and Singh, who says all men should respond as an emotionally repressed flatline, is perpetuating static gender roles and emotional states that create bad relationships. Sorry, I know that's a bit of a TED talk, but it makes it really hard to buy into Singh's act when what he's claiming as universal truths are outdated gender roles. It also excludes anyone who's not in the most vanilla heterosexual relationship. What about queer couples?
Oh!
We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
Yo, who is this nigga, man? What the hell is he talking about?
Or anyone who doesn't think men and women should act like characters from Mad Men.
But wait, there's more.
The final flourish of this routine is an absolute killer.
If I took you completely seriously, I would have to beat you up. I'm not sure who you think you're talking to. It can't possibly be me. For real. Otherwise, I would have to fuck you up.
Yes, the loving spectre of domestic violence. And what an ominous little chuckle. This joke stuck out to me because Singh, who is only 5'7", is doing some Napoleon-esque overcompensating. Singh does mention how short he is in other jokes, but here, he avoids it totally. Singh could add some humility by tagging the joke by saying they're pretty much the same height, and his wife would probably win in a fight. But he doesn't. He just lets this thought sit there. Underneath that fake laugh, you see a man stare out across the audience, desperately trying to reassert the dominance he doesn't have in his marriage. It's weird. It is very weird. This leads me to a pretty big gripe about how Singh talks and behaves on stage. It is totally disingenuous. Singh, who sheepishly mentions he enjoys watching Shark Tank, Gossip Girl, and Modern Family, is clearly just a boring dude in an unhappy marriage. Yet on stage he's trying to project this image of an uber toxic alpha bro. The reason Bill Burr's act feels authentic is because we know he acts on stage the way he would in real life. With Singh, it's like, no way. He continually calls his wife a bitch, something you know he would never, ever say to her face.
I just think the bitch don't listen sometimes. Bitch, you get on a boat, bitch. Bitch. You can't even let me die alone.
In his big closer, Singh says he should be allowed to solicit sex workers because his wife doesn't meet his physical needs. Meanwhile, his wife can solicit random guys.
Wait, what?
To talk with to meet her emotional needs. Says he should be allowed to solicit sex workers because his wife doesn't meet his physical needs. Meanwhile, his wife can solicit random guys to talk with to meet her emotional needs. Do they even have a relationship at all? I would also like to add there's a really funny moment where he remembers he wants to deliver this routine sitting on a stool and he has to awkwardly walk to the side of the stage and pull it out of the set. I knew they were stools. It's like he just remembers he saw Dave Chappelle in the Bird Revelation and he was like, man, all my friends will like me if I sit on a stool like Dave Chappelle. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him go. Oh yes, I better. Oh yes, I need to get my little stool. It's so lame.
But here's what I've learned. If I can't meet my wife's emotional needs, I'm a bad husband. And if my wife can't meet my physical needs, I'm a bad husband.
Right, I can't believe this is a real routine. Firstly, it's just outrageously sexist. Second, he might as well just start screaming, my wife doesn't find me sexually attractive. Thirdly, you never believe for 1 second Singh would ever do this or even mention this to his wife. This isn't comedy, it's a wish fulfillment fantasy delivered by a sexually frustrated 40-year-old who has only ever dated one woman. Singh is the living embodiment do this or even mention this to his wife. This isn't comedy, it's a wish fulfillment fantasy delivered by a sexually frustrated 40-year-old who has only ever dated one woman. Singh is the
Yo, bro, holy.
living embodiment of the Key and Peele sketch where they keep acting like they can call their wife a bitch while moving further and further away from the house. He talks about sex workers and demanding his wife's respect, but you just know when he gets home, he'll put his hot chocolate on a coaster so he doesn't stain the coffee table.
Daryl, I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said. I said, babe.
Hey guys.
Hey girl, how you doing, man? You having a good time? You seen the bedroom? Yeah, we just looking at the washing machine.
What's amazing is when the credits roll, we see Singh for who he really is. He picks up his fluffy white dog and just awkwardly stands next to his wife while he tells her how much he loves her. And even then, he can't help but rag on her.
And this is our dog, by the way, Happy. Love you. And she has definitely seen me in my porous, and then she'd nag me until we got richer.
I can't wait for the post-divorce special where he calls his wife a lesbian. Singh's obvious insecurity about his sexuality rears its head when he tries to tackle homophobia.
We would see a dude doing ballet and be like, gay! That's terrible, yo. I can't believe we did that, bro. That's messed up.
Singh says that's messed up, but what is getting the laughs here? It's not pointing out how homophobic.
That was a terrible joke. Where was the joke? The no punch? Like, what the hell was that?
And close-minded he was. It's when he yells the word gay and then reaffirms the stereotype.
A dude doing ballet is not automatically homosexual. He is probably homosexual.
The same thing happens when Singh makes fun of his conservative friends for believing homosexuality is a virus.
Oh, I have been fucking dudes nonstop. Since Tuesday. Oh, I can't even. Oh, God.
It's kind of incredible how lazy this joke is. There's no point, no spin, no misdirect. It's the same thing he did calling his wife emotionally evolved. He just uses that as a smokescreen to leap into the same hack punchlines we've been hearing for decades. Nice one. And for the record, when the idea of a man having gay sex is the punchline, it's homophobic. It comes down to the same basic idea: isn't having gay sex funny? Isn't that something we can all laugh at?
Bro, like, move on, man. We don't care. What is this, like...
From a very normal, straight perspective. This hits tone-deafening levels when Singh describes a friend coming out to him as non-binary. Again, you can see what Singh is doing.
Once again, bro, who the fuck cares? These are bad jokes, so we're gonna jump in front and like take bullets for the non-binary community, bro. No one gives a fuck, bro. They're non-binary. Like, what are we doing out here? Like, the fuck, man?
Here, he frames this joke as him trying to learn and understand. But where in this joke is any attempt at empathy?
A good friend of mine.
Empathy? Oh, yo, this is my issue with a bad comedy special is it's not funny. If I'm not laughing, there's no setup, there's no punchlines, it's terrible jokes, then I'm like, yo, this is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck we talking about? But empathy for non-binary folks that are trying to confuse nations of people, like, bro, man, miss me with that, bro. Like, what are we doing out here?
Came out to me as being non-binary. And I love them, and I accept their lifestyle, whatever it is. But the whole thing was just... First of all, they FaceTime me to tell me. Come on, you can't text me this?
I'm not going to break down the whole routine, but what is apparent is how little Singh gives a f*** about showing any respect for his friend. For one, Singh identifies this person who came out to him as non-binary in a routine he would have performed over and over again as a man repeatedly.
30 minutes! He had a whole rigmarole. I had to stop there and be like, yo, come on, man. How could I ever be upset at you about something like this? Fucking asthma attack this person had. They had a fucking emphysema flare up.
Second is how cool Singh thinks it is to be nonchalant and callous. For a man who really wants to learn and show empathy, he sure enjoys writing punchlines that demean how big a deal it is for non-binary people to come out to their friends.
Non-binary just means I don't really care about being a man or a woman. And I was like, who does, dude?
Like, yo, this shit is ridiculous. This non-binary shit, this is where we get ridiculous, bro. Who the fuck cares? The jokes are not funny. No one cares about no non-binary shit. Half the people don't even know what the fuck non-binary means. It's like, who cares, bro? Move on. If I'm indifferent about your non-binary struggle, like, bro, who cares, man?
That's weird.
Who cares about being a man or a woman? You do. You spend the first 30 minutes of this special talking about the differences between men and women. You clearly identify as a man, and you repeatedly voice toxic masculine traits like struggling to voice your emotions. You are literally walking around screaming, I am a male, like a Madagascan bird of paradise. But suddenly, when it suits you punching down on non-binary people, it's not a big deal. What the f are you talking about?
Let me tell you something. If you see a guy walking around like, no, I am a male, and it is incredibly important to identify me as such, that guy's gay.
When Singh says people who walk around saying I am a male are gay, what traits of weakness and insecurity is he assigning to homosexuality? What traits of weakness and insecurity is he assigning to himself? What's really insidious about what Singh is doing is he's pretending to be coming from a place of empathy when he's using that as a veil to be discriminatory. It's not only in poor taste, but cowardly. The thing about Singh or Schultz or any posturing wannabe alpha is a total incapability to take accountability. You don't find it funny, or you don't get it. You criticize what Singh is saying, they'll lean back in their chair and say, come on man, it was just a joke. Hey, maybe acting like someone coming out to you as non-binary was a big waste of your time.
Yo, you spending entirely too much time on this non-binary shit, my nigga. We here for Akaash Singh and his wife and the drama that's going on and all the exposure shit. But this non-binary shit is like, do you got something to tell us, sir? Do you identify as non-binary? Because why do you care so much that it's taking up so much of my damn reaction, bruh?
Isn't showing the empathy you say you have. Maybe repeatedly calling them a man is something you never would have done if you had internalized anything they'd said. In the end, Singh just comes across thick as pig shit. He has no idea what he's saying, cluelessly prodding around with his toxic male bull.
Toxic male bullshit, bro. Maybe he's making fun of the non-binary community and the dude that was doing ballet because those are the only folks that he finds weaker than himself because he's getting bitched by his woman. Maybe that's the case. Who the fuck knows? But we're not spending half the damn reaction on non-binary fuckery, man. What are we doing out here?
The little boy who pretends to be your friend, then makes fun of you to the bullies behind your back. He fakes towards the left, then panders to the right. He isn't challenging the status quo, he's reaffirming it. Now that's truly edgy. What makes this worse is there isn't even an attempt to write something thoughtful or clever. He could take the piss out of himself for not.
That's the primary focus of a special review. When you're reviewing a comedy special, we're trying to get to the jokes. How funny is it? What type of content do you have within it? Is there any depth to the jokes? Are the jokes something you can remember? Are there quotables? That's big, because certain jokes you
not knowing and use that as a way of educating people. He could even talk about the pressures to conform to a model of masculinity that has clearly affected him. He doesn't do any of that. The punchlines all revolve on punching down. No wonder this person was scared you wouldn't want to be their friend. Yo, you're non-binary. That's sick, my bro.
But wait! There's more!
In case you thought Gaslit had any remaining dignity or self-respect, don't forget about the sports gambling website floating down from the top left corner. Maybe it's uncouth to talk about the way comedians make money, but I hit my limit when the advertisements are linked so egregiously into the material.
I'm filming my special right now. Is everything okay?
Namaste, Sunshine. Did you remember to do your prize picks?
I don't know when this trend started, but I remember Andrew Schultz's Infamous having blatant sponsored segments where he yelled at you about Bet Online in these really intense close-ups after buying his special back from Netflix.
You're sitting there watching this on YouTube going, I didn't even have to buy the special. Not so fast. You're gonna support, okay?
Infamous was a depressing...
Yo, these are the world's worst commercials, worst placed, worst timed. What the... Yo, you guys are really trying to get this off in the middle of a comedy special on YouTube, bro? This is...
Reminder of how an audience can be gaslit into supporting commercial shills under the pretense of creator independence. What's slimy about Singh's special is how hard he tries to make the sponsorships feel like part of the show. He'll be in the middle of a routine, then get interrupted by his mum and sister calling to remind him to plug Prize Picks. Singh is wearing the same clothes in the same venue, there's background noise from the crowd. He even makes these pathetic little jokes.
You win $10,000. I do not have time for math quizzes right now. I'm sorry I wasn't a doctor. Can we talk about this later?
God bless you, Sunshine. Love you.
It's just... It's setting a really ugly precedent. What happens when the sponsored segments start blurring into the jokes in ways that become more difficult to discern? What if in his next special, Singh sets up one of his routines by telling us how he won a bunch of money using Prize Picks? That may sound ridiculous and a bit Black Mirror-y, but he's trying so hard to make the sponsors feel like part of the show.
Promo code Akaash and Prize Picks will match your initial deposit up to $100. Can we get back to the thing?
It's teetering close to compromising the freedom of speech comedians like Singh scream that they have. Of course, Singh isn't aware of any of this, as he ropes his whole family in on the hustle. It makes me wonder if Singh's family care at all about what he says on stage, so long as there's money rolling in. Yes, honey, remember the code for Prize Picks, and don't forget all that material about how much you hate your wife. As if Singh couldn't get any greedier, he also plugs Bisleri water at the same time he's promoting Prize Picks.
Bisleri, yeah.
It's a double whammy of
Nah, honestly, that's the funniest shit about the comedy special, just the plug in the items randomly.
Bill Hicks called Jay Leno artistically dead when he did Doritos commercials.
You do a commercial, you're off the artistic roll call. You're another corporate fucking shill. You're another whore at the capitalist gangbang. Everything you say is suspect, and every word that comes out of your mouth is now like a turd falling into my drink.
I don't think even Hicks could have foreseen how hand-in-hand comedy and corporations would become. Maybe Hicks would be doing brand integrations with Manscaped if he were alive today. Perhaps there are ways to do brand integrations that don't feel so nauseating, but this... God is not it. He doesn't even need the money, and watching him use his family to make...
Yo, I hate when folks be pocket watching like this. He doesn't even need the money. How are you to determine if or if not he needs the money, where his finances are currently? what he's building towards. He doesn't need the money. Bro, what the hell type of assessment is that?
Make online gambling seem more palatable is just... Does anyone even say that's good water?
Gaslit, yeah.
There. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Even the subtitles are alive! I hated this. I hated it. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. It's homophobic, insecure, devoid of any self-awareness. I didn't laugh once. Any promise that bring back Apu could lead to better things is gone. It's also too long, boringly shot, and has the most cringe-inducing sponsored segments I've ever seen. UTD Latch. That gets the point.
I feel like I'm coming into my kind of like my voice and my everything, and this is the best representation of me in this moment.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's the sense I got from it. Like for Gaslit, it's like you watch it and you're like, this is who Akaash is. You watch it and like you come through the jokes in like a really like authentic, like transparent way.
Yeah.
This, for a comedy special, is not the type of compliment that you want to receive, because this is not even really a compliment. This is authentically you. Your personality shines through the material. So authentically you is you just complaining about your wife not allowing you to be a man. Cooking your wife the entire time because you're in a situation where you're constantly being gaslit. What the hell was that, bruh?
Thank you.
Place to go in the suburbs.
Suburban Target and suburban McDonald's.
Suburban Target. Akaash is really picky about which cart we get.
Gotta have good alignment. That's good.
This cart is good?
It's good.
Happy. Wait, that's cute. Oh, this is all Christmas stuff. Christmas! Should we get some? Gonna drink it?
I don't imagine so.
Pretty. Should we get these? God, this, oh my god, this is the best thing. They have a whole Alta in here. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Try this. They have so much more product here. Should I buy this lightweight conditioner? This actually is the best Maybelline mascara, Define a Lash. Oh, they have this in the small size. Look at all the minis they have here. Oh my god, look at this whole tree hut thing. Holy moly. And I can smell all these. Look at all these masks. I need this bath bomb. I'm getting these bath bombs. And I'm taking it back with me. Look at these masks. Can we get all this stuff though? Oh my god, look at all this kitsch stuff. Oh my god. I'm getting these. Like this. Getting this hair towel. Oh, you know. Just gonna get. Oh, they have an intense moisturizing cream. No, I'm just gonna get the regular. Should I just get a small one? Look at these back charms. They're so cute. Oh, I love native deodorant. Oh yes, I love this. Okay, this is the final Target haul. It's not actually that bad.
Wait, he's there scanning all those items? Bro, come on, man. You couldn't have just sent her the money and you were there through that boring... Like, what was the point of this? What were we watching just now? I'm sitting here thinking the whole time.
What the hell was that?
It's a routine shopping trip at Target, but he was there... What are we doing? We're highlighting the fact that he was there wasting his time through that boring-ass shopping trip? What was the point of that video? Why did that make the comp? Now, I know this video was a video that I found on YouTube highlighting the fact that she deleted this video...
Like won't last that long anyways because it's usually just like puppy love and you know all that stuff.
But yeah, I don't get this. I don't care. All right, let's get to this.
Where is he?
Okay, so Myron has been doubling down, talking his shit, cooking Akaash. Let's see what Myron has been saying on social media.
Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit retweeted this out. This thought is doubling down and continuing to embarrass her husband. Shake my head. Akaash, all jokes aside, you need to leave this clout-chasing thought now. Why is she still posting on social media at this point? If she had half a brain, she would have stopped a long time ago to save your dignity. When your opposition feels bad for you, it is not a good sign. Simps never learn, and I'm always right about these bitches. This guy posed, this is what he retweeted.
No, he's talking about his opposition feeling concerned for you. It's a bad sign. Listen, he's able to gloat right now and do this, but Myron will always be concerned for men when they're going up against women. Myron's always concerned about leaving women with less, and men always winning the exchange in some weirdo. So of course, even if it's his enemy, if his enemy's going against a woman, he's gonna align with his enemy, because that's just what Myron is. He's just men first. He was out here crying on his platform, talking about he cares more about saving the men's lives than he did about he cared more about saving men's lives than he cared more about saving children's lives when he worked for Homeland Security. So he's one of those weirdos. He's very concerned about men, but nonetheless, Akaash is getting cooked. His wife is absolutely embarrassing him. Myron is right about a lot of these things, but let's get back into it.
Akaash Singh's wife Jasmine posted a new video.
Now the problem with these simps, and the reason why they get taken advantage of so aggressively, and their wives don't respect them, nor do they care about them, nor will they stop doing this. He's talking about, oh, they would stop to save his career and salvage whatever he has. Nope, that ain't gonna happen. Although she's been deleting some videos, she continually puts out more videos. So she's deleting and then putting out more. So it's like you're repopulating with embarrassment, but you're deleting the old embarrassment. It's like, I'm very confused. Are you not self-aware of what is embarrassing and what is not? I don't get it. I personally don't. But she doesn't give a fuck about him, because he's one of those people that are like Will Smith. I know marriage is death do us part, but it's like when you're getting destroyed in a relationship with no respect, divorce should be on the table, sir. That death do us part shit should be the fuck out the window. But him and Will Smith said that death do us part, we gonna die together, so you're gonna live with the results, bruh. You are gonna live with the results. It's 2025, bruh.
Deleted of her giving advice
almost 2026
to college girls to date. And if you look at her newest TikTok video, she had the same hair going. So she did post that video and delete it. So what is she doing? She is aware enough of what she is doing to have deleted that video. So she's sort of aware of what's happening, but continues to just embarrass this man. And the shopping trips...
No, see, I don't know who this guy is that's talking. He's the guy that I got the video from. But as you read Myron's post right here, simps never learn. He's talking about he's always right about these bitches. He's not always right about these bitches, but he's right about simps never learn. Akaash is not going to learn. This right here with the shout out to the Samantha edit. He said the only thing he can do to salvage his career is divorce her. That's not going to happen. That's the problem with these simps. He's justifying. He's getting on stage, crashing out, talking about, oh, she means good. She really loves him. She's not a gold digger. Yada yada yada. He's going outside, man.
She's demanding stuff, and he's just there simping it up. It's like, yeah, I'll get you this, honey, I'll get you that, and all this other type of stuff. It really is just like, Akaash, what are you doing? And he's avoiding doing his podcast.
I think that's the worst part. The fact that he's not doing his regularly scheduled podcast. He's taking trips to India and Dubai. They were already scheduled apparently, but like convenient time, bro. You've been exposed for about 3 weeks now. It's almost been a month and he's been gone. It's almost been a month.
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to Anti-Gravity 74 with the $2 super chat. Akaash gave Myron his first undisputed W of 2025. Yeah, Akaash can't say shit to Myron. Akaash can't say shit to Myron. It's like another breakdown I'm about to do, where Cooley, no Fugazi, exposed, checked, and bitched up Mr. Let Go. Mr. Let Go can never say anything to Cooley ever again. That's the position Akaash is in with Myron. Akaash needs to shut the fuck up and mind his manners around Myron. He can't say shit to Myron right now because he told him about his shit and he didn't listen. So yeah, this is a W for Myron. Although Myron took an L recently with his girlfriend, but It is what it is. This is a different situation, so we gotta, compartmentalize. This is an undisputed W for Myron against. It is what it is, man.
And so I think it's fairly obvious she wasn't a virgin when she met Akaash. I mean, she dated a guy for a whole year on it.
I think that's the worst part. I think that's the pathetic part of Akaash. Akaash was a 31-year-old virgin. He thought that there was others out there. He was clearly mistaken. His woman was not. It doesn't seem that she was a virgin. According to her own confessions and her rhetoric, it does not appear that she was truthful with Akaash, and it is what it is, man. If Akaash had more experience, he'll be able to see these things for himself, but clearly this is his first woman, his first, like, that's people that had one, they really need to shut up, man. They got to get off these airways talking like they know better than other folks. Meanwhile, they're in a devastating relationship where they're getting disrespected regularly in therapy within the first 12 calendar months of their relationship. Like, what are we doing out here? This is pathetic, bro.
But they weren't having sex in college. But one thing she keeps doing that is really, really bothering me and really, really annoying me. She keeps going, like even that video she deleted, "Hey, brown girls." That chick, you can't even tell she's Indian. If you're...
What?
Like even that video she deleted, "Hey, brown girls." That chick, you can't even tell she's Indian.
What? You can't tell that Gaslit is Indian? Bro, who is this guy? Yo, who am I reacting to today? The fuck is going on? She doesn't even look brown. She's an Indian. What the hell do you think? What does she look like to you then? What the?
If you're mistook her for anything, it would be kinda Spanish.
If you mistook her for anything, it would be kind of Spanish. No, she looks like a brown girl. She looks like an Indian girl. What are we talking about, bro?
But no one views her as a brown girl.
Stop that. You're white.
She's got like Meghan Markle syndrome going on. Like Meghan Markle, who's like 5% black, and on all of her forms, everything is always put white. But now she's like, "I'm black and I'm being oppressed." And like with this chick and the whole brown girl thing is like,
Nigga, please.
Nigga, you gotta go.
The fuck is wrong with you?
relax. You're a rich Indian kid, and your husband's a rich Indian kid. You're not oppressed. Be quiet. You're annoying. And you're destroying your husband's career. What is she doing? I mean, Myron's right. Why is she still posting when he himself hasn't really posted? We need the flagrant episode.
I think that's the point that's funny. Why is she still posting while Akaash is in hiding? How is this happening? He's getting cooked online based on her social media, her TikToks. She's deleting old footage while putting out new footage to continue the storyline, because once you delete old footage, people already got it. Oh, we're going to run this video of deleted footage. Then you put out new footage to add to the storyline. Meanwhile, he's in hiding, so it's just prolonging this embarrassment. This has been about a month now. What the hell is going on out here?
Pay for that membership, and I didn't even get my Patreon episode this week because they won't address this without Akaash. And I would assume there's behind-the-scenes drama. I know Schultz wants to get off his jokes. I know they all do. And I'm pretty sure Akaash is probably okay with, all right.
They don't want to get off their jokes. They're protecting their mans and their podcast. This is career destroying right now. They wanted to, you can see they're laughing and stuff because they want to tell jokes amongst themselves. They don't want to do this on air. While the controversy is hot is when you want to strike, although it will always be something that will be looked at on their channel when they speak on it because they are the main source. Nonetheless, They're trying to cover for this dude. They're trying to make another story steal the spotlight. Because in the media, you just gotta wait but 2 weeks before someone else crashes out and does something super embarrassing that controls the airways for a little while. But I don't think that's happening right now. I think folks are gonna continuously look at this until it's addressed.
Guys, you can make fun of me, guys, but don't make fun of my wife where the jokes have to go, though. They have to go to her. She's terrible. She's horrible. And that's where the majority of the joke, I mean, sure, we can make fun of Akaash, and we will. I mean, go listen to Crack Amico's amazing song.
She could pass for Latina. Now listen, she's on the light side of Indian. She's like on the higher part of the caste system, because that's how it is. The light-skinned Indians are higher in their caste system, if you know anything about Indians. There's a lot of Indians out here. I'm in Canada, I'm in Toronto. She looks like any other Indian woman that I see in my city. So yeah, Spanish Latinos are generally, they're a lighter hue. Yeah, she's on the lighter side, but she looks Indian. She has Indian features. I don't know, man. She's not one of those girls that I'll be like, oh my God, you're Indian? I would have never thought. It's like, no, you look pretty Indian. Maybe to some folks she may pass as, but she looks Indian.
He's a simp, but she needs to get these jokes too. That's the thing that just needs to happen. And Akaash, I mean, he won't go do his podcast, but she's dropping videos every day.
Yeah, they're looking at the complexion alone. That's what I'm saying. She's a lighter hue. She's a light, but there's a lot of Indians with a very light hue of brown. But it's like, I don't know, man. Shout out to Anti-Gravity 74 with the $10 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to Anti-Gravity 74. Anti-Gravity 74 says, this is the worst case of simping I've seen. She has zero respect for him. I can't fathom going through something like this. She's worse than Jada. It's been more than 2 weeks and the story is still going. It's been about 3 weeks now. I know, because I was very late to the story. Nonetheless, this is bad. To be compared to Jada Pinkett Smith and then say this is worse than Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, Jada Pinkett Smith was getting her cheeks clapped by August Alsina, a very gay man. So that was her son's friend that she was getting her cheeks clapped in an open relationship with Will Smith. Will Smith was crashing out, slapping Chris Rock on stage for the pride of his wife. I don't know if this is worse. That was so bad. That had everybody going crazy for a damn near a year and a half. That was pretty bad, man. But this is like, I think there's less respect in this relationship. Although she was booty clapping it up, they've been together forever. She's old. I don't know. There's something off-putting about this relationship that just seems devastating. Shout out to Vent Duh with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Hold up. As annoying as she is, you can't say she looks like every other Indian girl. What kind of stupid comment is that? She looks like every other Indian girl. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm not saying like every other Indian girl looks exactly like her. I'm saying she looks like she's Indian. She looks like she's part of the Indian family, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck you don't understand. I don't know what's not computing in your brain, bruh. I don't get it. I look like any other nigga. Does any other nigga look like me? I look like just like what are we talking about? That's what I mean. I look like a typical nigga. Typical black dude. Black features, I look black. Not every black dude looks like me. You guys can't hang. What the fuck you thought?
Again!
But like, come on, man.
Every single day. Which means, are you trying to destroy his career? Are you that resentful of him? That is a thing, people, where if someone's reliant on someone, they will become resentful of them. Instead of them just themselves addressing why they are reliant upon the person, they'll just end up hating that person. I already explained this.
All right, so you're giving her an excuse for being reliant upon him. That's why she hates him. Bro, she hated him out the gates. They were in therapy from year one.
Personally, I feel like that brother needed help.
What are we doing? Like, she never respected dude. He was simping from the start. He led with, I'm 31, I'm a virgin. So, of course, you like, what are we talking about, bro? Yo, some people do need the red pill. God damn, yo, this is an undisputed Myron W. What the hell is going on out here?
Many Akaash videos ago, but it's a thing of, are you trying to mess up the bag and ruin his career? He's already talking about this on stage and making his stand-up shows awkward as hell by doing it. So it's crazy that she's just continuing with the videos and just continuously trashing him.
Think about that.
Get your friend group going. Oh my God, it's like open season and like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social. And literally like the first guy I met on the first day I moved in, I ended up dating him on and off for a year. Why? You don't have to settle for someone's crusty, dusty son. Like settle in, get your friend group going, see like where you kind of vibe, and then maybe like wait for the third guy or like the fifth guy that gives you attention, and then like maybe you can like go for that. Because I think like especially brown girls who grow up really sheltered, it's just like so fun to be in this new environment, to be without your parents, to be like living in dorms and like co-ed situations. And I get the excitement, but don't settle. Like learn more about yourself before you kind of just like lock yourself down in a situation with a relationship that like probably like won't last that long anyways, because it's usually just like puppy love and you know all that stuff. But I'm saying that with the best of intentions. It's gonna be like so much fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot to go back to this. This is the beginning of it, because this is why the man said what he said.
So do me a favor to all my brown girls who are starting college.
Do me a favor to all my brown girls starting college. So the man that was reviewing this video was like, he was pissed off. He's like, you know what pisses me off? She's trying to resonate with other brown girls. You don't look brown. And I'm like, bro, what? Because you're looking at a filter and she has a light hue, she doesn't look like an Indian girl to you? Because you think she can pass as a Spanish? Whatever you think she can pass as, it doesn't matter. She's an Indian woman. So you niggas want to talk?
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
We're really getting into a heated debate about some random person's ethnicity while she's like, what are we doing out here? No one cares, bro. Like, move on.
You actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And believe me, I know I'm speaking from experience because I was super sheltered in high school, didn't really date, was a late bloomer. So when I got to high school, I was like, when I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season and like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social. And literally like the first guy I met on the first day I moved in, I ended up dating him on and off for a year. Why? You don't have to settle for someone's crusty, dusty son. Like settle in, get your friend group going, see like where you kind of vibe, and then maybe like wait for the third guy or like the fifth guy that gives you attention, and then like maybe you can like go for that. Because I think like especially brown girls who grow up really sheltered, it's just like so fun to be in this new environment, to be without your parents, to be like living in dorms and like co-ed situations. And I get the excitement, but don't settle. Like learn more about yourself before you kind of just like lock yourself down.
Not her comment. Not her comment. This comment on the stream. Shout out to the Samantha edit. Yeah, that's a good comment. But let's get back to this. Whatever the hell this Jesseline is saying. Damn.
And I get the excitement, but don't settle. Like learn more.
All right, so we just got to the bottom of everything. You don't know any East Indian women at all. Clearly, you don't know East Indian women. I was avoiding this because I wanted to hold Jesseline individually accountable, and I wanted to cook Akaash individually, but I'm from Toronto, my nigga. I am from Toronto. And I'm from Malvern specifically. I'm from the hood in Malvern. Majority black, secondary Indian. Indians everywhere. Hoods, government housing, a lot of black folks, big houses, black folks, Indians. That's what Malvern's comprised of. So many Indians. I know an abundance of them. The relationships that they have, we're talking about the white manosphere, the black manosphere. Nobody needs a manosphere more than Indian men. Indian men are getting ran over. Their women are princesses. They treat the dudes like shit. This is commonplace in Indian relationships to what I see. And a lot of the dudes that I know and a lot of the East Indian women that I know. Especially the higher caste Indians. Bro, I think y'all don't know anything about Indian and y'all just came to speak. Because Indian hoes? Are y'all kidding me? You don't know any East Indian 304s is insane to me. It's insane. He's from Dallas. Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas, there's a lot of Indians as well.
About yourself before you kind of just like lock yourself down in a situation with a relationship that like probably like won't last that long anyways, because it's usually just like puppy love and you know all that stuff. But I'm saying that with the best of intentions. It's gonna be like so much fun. I feel like I had so many fun memories in college, so yeah.
Weedy kid who became friends with...
That is facts, man. That is facts. See, man, there's a lot to speak about when it comes to this, but why don't y'all get notifications when I go live? Because YouTube is sabotaging. Yo, when you don't go live often and you disappear, YouTube is like, yeah, no, we're not shooting this out to nobody. Get it out the mud yourself.
Stay off the weed.
Anything they can do to lecture you, it's like, bro, come on, man. Come on, YouTube. Start sending these notifications. You know what you got to do, though? You got to click the notification bell and click on all. And then go back the next day and then confirm that it's on all and YouTube didn't switch you off like personalized or whatever the fuck they do. It's pretty bad. But we have another show coming up. I'm more interested in the other show, to be honest, because Mr. Let Go versus Cooley is something we got to react to. And we got to react to Tommy Sotomayor putting on a masterclass of gaslighting, but we have the evidence to cook him and expose the shit out of Tommy. So we have an interesting lineup of shows on the way. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified on all the episodes. Now, chat, I might debate and go back and forth with y'all, but y'all can believe she looks like whatever she wants to believe in. Nobody's mad at anything. It is what it is, chat. We good. Yeah, man. Yikes. Man, we out. Yeah. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Before we end the show, I just checked. It's on all. Crazy. Textbook YouTube sabotage. Damn, man. I know people are leaving the show, and I was supposed to wrap up the show, but I seen this comment at the last second, and I wanna read the comment for you, sir. You said, "You are right. Though their culture is like this. They degrade their men, or they degrade the men, and they humiliate them and talk down on them. And they're open gold diggers, and she's way worse than I've ever seen." Yeah, I struggle to read that. Nonetheless, yeah, it's facts, man. That's a lot of the culture. I'm not trying to shit on their culture as it is, but when they're ready to talk about it, we'll talk about it.